All right, let's see Dave Ramsey explode.
So you sent me this silly thing this morning, and I watched it, and it's just like, God, these people.
Okay.
So what is this from?
Okay. So there's a thing called Instagram.
There's a thing called
You're unaware.
Instagram.
And it's my social media of choice. I don't really do Twitter. I don't really do Facebook. I do love Instagram. So
I look at Instagram.
okay, so I'm in.
He's
I'm in
on
this stuff. So people will
Instagram.
send me clips that are on Instagram from like funny stuff to even their own journeys, all of it, and I see a lot of it.
Oh, this is gonna be good. He's gonna get triggered by some sort of terrible take.
To go through it. So this one clip has been sent to me. I'm not kidding. Probably 10 times from 10 random people all over the world that are just like, "Can you believe this guy? Can you this, and this?" And I kept seeing it come up, and so I clicked on it. I was like, oh man, number one, it's terrible advice. I think it came originally, maybe it was a TikTok video, but it's an Instagram reel of how we saw it.
It looks like a TikTok video.
And because everyone's a financial expert on social media today, right? And with investing,
Especially
they all know
TikTok.
what they're going to do and how you make money quick and all this stuff. You got to do all
We
this
talk about
stuff.
this all the time on the channel. There's no way to make money quick, right? That's a red flag, scam, instantly.
So anyway, so here's a video. It's a father-daughter, which you'll see.
All right.
And I just thought, well, here's a father-daughter. And I don't want to harp on them.
Yes,
I want to harp on the
I
situation.
do.
I know you do. Okay, let's
Let her rip.
play the Instagram reel.
This is my daughter, Maddie. We're at a car dealership right now, and she's about to buy her first car. Tell me how you're buying your first car.
This morning, I went to the bank. I got my first car loan. I qualified for $15,000.
At what interest rate?
3.5%. With the money that I have saved
Pretty
up,
low.
I have $7,000 in cash. I'm going to invest that into an Airbnb property and get 14% interest back, so that way I can use that money to pay off my car loan. So basically, kind of getting a car for free.
Wait, Maddie, can you explain that one more time a little more simply?
Yeah. So it cost me 3 cents to borrow $1 from the bank, and then I go and take that dollar, not my dollar, and I give it to someone for 14 cents. And then so 14 minus 3, 11, so I keep the difference in the middle.
Wait, what's that called?
Arbitrage.
Boom. You buy assets that then cash flow and pay for your stuff.
It's not what I was expecting. It's not the worst advice in the world, right? A lot of rich people do that, right? That was the yen carry trade, right? Take cheap money from Japan, bring it to the United States for a couple percentage points, and then, arbitrage the difference. It's not terrible advice, but it's probably going to blow up in her case, right? Because she's young. She doesn't have other things to fall back on. But they hate that, right? They're totally against debt. So let's let her rip.
I mean, he's so proud.
Well, he's so slimy.
There's a few things.
You need to take a shower after watching that.
It's not the worst advice, right? For most, 9 out of 10 people, it's terrible advice, but it's not necessarily wrong, like on the surface of it.
It just drips in arrogance.
It does.
Well, there's a lot of things about this. Number one, I really don't feel like you can get an interest rate. I don't think you can get a loan. How old was she?
She's 15. She cannot get a bank loan.
No, so he co-signs, which probably helped get a lower interest rate. And then, what I don't understand is the $11,000 in an Airbnb property.
You can't buy an Airbnb property for $11,000 either. You could invest in it with a bunch of partners into an Airbnb property.
Yeah, the numbers don't make sense. They're correct, right? I owned an Airbnb and I used probably like $15,000 to buy it, but this was like 2011, right? So I got the home for $180. So it was churning money hand over fist. But that error is gone now. So like what they're saying probably was like realistic in 2005.
And that's assuming the Airbnb property stays rented and the local city council doesn't pass a law against Airbnb.
Correct. Airbnb is an uphill battle now, right? You hear taxes and your neighbors hate you and everyone's trying to take money out of your pocket or prevent it from happening in general.
In which case your little butt would be broke at 15 years old because your father's a moron.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Was I unclear?
No. I was like, we're not going to harp on the people. We're going to harp on the idea.
Too late.
But speak to the notion, though, because that stuff is everywhere that you borrow this, you take that percentage and that difference, and you go get that asset, and then in this and that, and you play this game.
Full disclosure, I had you on stage at 15 years old. Okay.
So, what a slimy.
So full disclosure. So full disclosure,
That is true. You would be
I have
selling
done
your
the
kids'
difference
books
is the
stage.
advice that we were giving was not so bad, and we were not as slimy or condescending. I don't think. Oh my! It's called arbitrage.
It's called
Oh,
arbitrage.
kids, which is Greek for I'm stupid. Oh my God. Oh.
Okay, but talk about that notion though, because
It's the set of
idea,
assumptions.
though-
The idea that the system will allow the lowest level players to do arbitrage is, come on, guys. Like, we know they're not allowed. Like, that's, like, you could do it at a massive level, but when they arbitrage, it's like 0.05%, right? But it's of like trillions of dollars, so it ends up turning a huge profit. But at our level right now, it's just the numbers don't work anymore, sadly. So Dave and the other girl are correct here.
The set of assumptions you have to go through for all that crap to be true are absolutely
Yes.
ludicrous. Okay,
He's right. He's
Number
right.
one, you have never met a millionaire. We studied 10,167 of them. Zero of them, precisely zero, said, I borrowed money on my car and arbitraged it into being a millionaire. Zero real millionaires do that. Zero.
Yeah, the car is the depreciating asset. It doesn't make sense to take a loan for the car like that. You might as well buy a clunker that gets you from A to B. Like, yeah, they're right. They're right.
Zero. None. I borrowed money on my car and put $11,000 into an Airbnb when I was 15 with all of my business acumen on display.
Yeah.
Because she didn't even know what the interest rate was. Go back and watch the clip again. She's, and they had to edit it. What was it? Oh, 3.5. Well, tell him again, Matt. Tell him again, darling, what you did. Oh, she doesn't even know what she did.
There are correct. There's this under the surface arrogance because it's like, my 15-year-old can do it. Why can't you? It's like, oh my God, your 15-year-old did not do that. Like, things that did not happen.
She really didn't.
Yeah.
She was a little parrot.
Yeah.
So,
she's a prop.
Number one. But the whole concept of I'm going to borrow money
rich
on assets. Listen, you doober. Cars go down in value.
Correct.
Yes, you can call them an asset if you want, but they're not much of an asset.
Not really.
And if you leverage your car to get rich, you might never get there. This is
because mathematically that's true, but also the spirit behind it.
Well, mathematically, you are not measuring risk.
Not gonna lie though, I kind of did something similar when I was 21. I inherited a $10,000 like Kia, 4-engine little thing that barely moved from my grandpa, and I sold it, put $3,000 down for a BMW. Terrible idea. And then I took the $7,000 and put that part of my down payment on a home for $170. The car ended up being the biggest drag on my life. I would have been better off just saving my own money and not doing that. But yeah, I kind of did something similar and it turned out pretty terrible for a period of time. I just got lucky that I was in the early curve of Airbnb and the profits were explosive. Like nowadays in 2026, I just don't see that the case.
And you're making a set of assumptions that a 13-year-old, 15-year-old can borrow money at 3.5%. They can't.
Yeah.
You can't contract unless you're a legal adult. And borrowing money is a contract in any state in the United States. Okay? That's why a kid can't have a mutual fund. You have to have a custodial account. That's why a kid can't have a savings account or a checking account. You have to have a parent on there as a custodian because kids can't contract. They can't buy beer and they can't borrow money from a car dealer. God. So now then once you've done all that though, let's just pretend you weren't a kid and you went and really borrowed money at 3.5%. Here's the thing. You have to follow factual causation. Find people who have actually done your theory. Find me one who 15 years later, using that type of system, is a millionaire or greater. You can't find them.
Yeah, correct, because it kind of creates this bad precedent, right? Like, more than likely these types of arbitraging things blow up.
They're not there.
Okay.
He's right.
Doesn't work.
He's right.
This question. Because there's this thing that is floating around in the culture. There really is, though.
It's called stupidity.
That I know. Let me just present the stupidity, and then you can debunk it because you're really great at that right now. Okay. That if you just like want to kind of be like, yeah, maybe you can just like you can have some wealth, and you just that's what investing does, and it's work. But if you really want to become like super wealthy, you have to be in real. You have to do these these things, these jump through hoops, and you're doing math that most people can't grasp and understand because you're playing the game. I mean, this is a perfect example. Like the way he's
It's called arbitrage.
the way he's explaining it makes it feel like, oh, there's something I'm missing.
It's a big word.
And in order to build wealth and to become rich, there's other systems that I don't know about that can cause me to become rich.
Yeah.
And is there
listen,
a level of that though?
30 years ago when I came on the air, the secrets of the rich were out there then.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a book, 7 Secrets to Getting Rich. Here's the problem. It's not a secret.
No, it's not.
There's not a magic sauce. There's not a magic sauce.
It's dedication, time, consistency, right? It's like doing the same tasks over and over again for long periods of time will generally get you to where you want to go, and almost anything in life.
McDonald's special sauce is
Yeah.
basically Thousand Island. There is no special sauce, okay? There's not any. It's it. I mean, you got to live on less than you make. You have to invest steadily over a long period of time. And there is no like, I learned a new word and that made me wealthy. If maybe compound interest would be close, okay? But compound interest works over time, with time, and consistency. So maybe that's a new word for him, and he learns that word, and that's a good word. But the people that say they're looking for a shortcut.
I mean, that's what it is. That's what I'm saying.
And
the
they're brilliant. They're
that
brilliant. They know things because they're on TikTok, and they know. Oh God, shoot me. I'm having trouble finding intelligent life on TikTok. We're going to have to get on TikTok, I guess.
We'll cut it here. This is a good video. I mean, so there's this financial incentive to show shortcuts because everyone in their heart of hearts wants to believe there's a shortcut to getting rich. So if someone says they have the secret, you're just naturally, humans are inclined to be like, what if he does? Even though in the back of our mind, we know there's no way, unfortunately. So it was a good video. I really enjoyed this one.